when the last run is in, the fans will proclaim the Danbury Westerners have won the game.
Welcome to Westerners Weekly. I'm Bryan Schwartz. He's Cooper Boardman. And Cooper, 11-8 start for the Danbury Westerners. Very streaky so far.
Yeah, when you talk about, well, mathematically what this season has been thus far, it has been the epitome of up and down. Start the year 5-1, lose 6 straight, then come back, win 5 in a row, and now the Westerners have won 2 of their last 3. Well, yeah, you're seeing that, the up and down. Josh Perro stressed it all year long to these guys. You can't get too high or too low, especially in summer collegiate baseball, and that's what the team has done. That's one of the reasons why they're finding success.
Well, they are finding success now. Cooper Wallace really found success last night. Pitched 6 strong innings last night in the win. What have you seen from him?
You know, I remember talking to Josh Perro about him as he was making his first start. A Division II guy was so eager to, well, get out there and face some Division I talent, and he did just that. He has been absolutely stellar for the Westerners, in ERA below 3. But you talk about, in particular, his last couple of starts. Well, you go back to Sanford on Friday night, taking on the Mainers, 8 innings, 2 runs, had a no-hitter through 4 innings, and then last night, putting down a really good offense in the Plymouth Pilgrims and finding some success against them as well.
He found success in the first home game after 9 of 10 on the road. What does being home mean for this team now?
It means everything. I mean, you talk about what these last 10 games have been. 9 of the 10 games have been on the road. It's really, really hard. It takes a toll on you mentally, it takes a toll on you physically. To be back and able to sleep, get a full night's rest in your own bed, which has been such a novel concept for the Danbury Westerners over these last week and a half, it feels pretty darn good. And obviously you're seeing the results of that, a good victory over Plymouth last night.
Well, part of the reason they struggled on the road trip was because of the catching situation. What went down there?
Yeah, you know, you talk about the backstop and how important that is for a team, and we saw it on Ocean State a couple of nights ago. Sean Buck out against the Mainers was sliding back into a bag, injured his shoulder and neck area. The backup Anthony Cruz is home with some tendonitis in the elbow. So you bring in the new guy, Nick Camilleri. He's able to come on in. The Westerners also have a second catcher coming on in on Friday who was with Florida State in the Super Regional and College World Series, and Jared Herron. So that'll be all shored up by the end of the week.
Well, that'll be shored up by the end of the week. Tonight, it is the Sanford Mainers here for 1 game on the road Friday, and then Saturday there's 2 games against the New Bedford Bay Sox. He's Cooper Boardman. I'm Bryan Schwartz. We'll be right back on Westerners Weekly. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's Mike Kreiger and Andrew Turner, the Long Island University teammates with Krieger's Corner.
2008 World Series, Philadelphia fans roasted Joe Buck constantly.
Yeah, Troy Aikman is literally a liability. Like, if Troy Aikman and Joe Buck were a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Troy Aikman would be jelly.
Yeah, but hear me out.
Because the peanut butter is a staple. Joe Buck is a staple.
Troy Aikman has a specialty. At least when you talk about football, Troy Aikman knows what he's talking about. When you talk about the quarterback and pocket presence, Troy Aikman has at least some specialty. Joe Buck brings nothing to the table.
Joe Buck is the face of Fox. He's the face of Fox. Do you remember last night, fake news night?
When you think of corny
That's real
jokes
news.
and straightforward announcing, Joe Buck is what comes to mind.
There's just no way.
He's always there because he's average. You know what you're going to get.
Oh, is the camera on? Hey guys, welcome. My name is Mike Kreiger. I am a relief pitcher from the Danbury Westerners.
I'm your host, Andrew Turner, and this is Krieger's Corner.
He's not the host. I'm the host. So, I want to ask you a quick question, Turner. Coming out of the Cape Cod League, how's the speed of the game been coming for the Westerners and facing some of these teams?
Well, you know, coming from the Cape Cod League, I was pretty confident that I would do very well because, you know, Cape's obviously the best league, so I figured I'd come here and do pretty well, but I've actually been in a blender the entire time I've been here. Got 2 hits last night, which is good. After going 0 for my last 25, I think it was
thank
before
God.
that. So,
thank God, man.
So definitely was a confidence booster being in the Cape, but it didn't really play out to the field too much. So.
Yeah, I bet, man. I mean, 6 for 20 starting off the year, a couple walks here and there. 4 for 20?
Maybe even less. But
anyway. No, you've been swinging it well. But another thing.
Yeah, so we're on the right track.
Yeah, we are on the right track. Another question. Recently, you've been drafted in the 40th round by the Miami Marlins? The Marlins he's been drafted by. Exciting stuff, man. Tell me about that.
Yeah, man. So, just waiting to hear back from him now. I didn't even know there were that many rounds. It's a high round to go in, but I'll take it. I snuck in there last round. For the time being, I'm a Westerner, and haven't heard from the Marlins in a couple weeks. They said they're going to call me back at some point. Sure hope they do.
Hey, man, we're all rooting for you. Andrew Turner, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Westerners Weekly with this edition of Kreiger's Corner. That was our commercial break. We are now going to do our fan mail portion of the show. Kreiger, I'm just going to read off some tweets and some questions. You're going to give me your best answer.
Sounds good, Turner.
So, first tweet coming in from Montana from Mike Kreiger fan 106. Mike, you recently had a save, one pitch. Tell me a little bit about that. It was fun to watch.
You know, thank you. Where's he from? Montana? Montana. Thank you, Mr. Montana. You know, I just try to do what I can, you know. Felt pretty good. Just that one pitch, let it go, high and outside, and was fortunate enough for him to pop it up and yeah, snake a save. It was really good stuff.
Cool. Next tweet coming in from New Jersey, Westerners fan 1492. Question from Mike. Recently shaved the Fu Manchu. Why, and will we see it again soon?
You will see it again soon because I have the body of a 45-year-old and I grow facial hair like probably within 4 days. So you'll be seeing the Fu Manchu very soon. Yeah, I'm just really excited. Just want to start fresh, you know, start clean because I'm just a clean-cut guy. You know what I mean? The jack of all trades.
So Westerners fans, if you want to see the Fu Manchu, give it about 4 to 6 days, and a Westerners win, you'll see a Fu Manchu on the mound. Now I have a question for you.
What's up?
So recently in the dugout, you made a couple of jokes. My leg is a good one. You take a lot of credit for these jokes, but are they really your own jokes, or have you taken them from other people?
See, that's an unbelievable question, and I will say that there have been some jokes. There have been some jokes that I have copyrighted somewhat, but there's other jokes that are. Is this thing on? Some jokes that I have stolen from a couple of Long Island University baseball players, one of which Anthony Capo, another which Matt Ornstein. Shout out Horny's Farewell Tour.
Follow it on Instagram.
But I'm just a comical guy, you know. I'm just all for the guys, for the boys, and for the kids. You know what I mean?
All right. Sounds good. That concludes this week's episode of Kreiger's Corner. Send more fan mail, and we'll get back to you.
That's all for Westerners Weekly this week. Be sure to tune in next week for another edition of the show. I'm Bryan Schwartz. We'll see you next time.